Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Main the Outspoken. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's been a minute. So today we are talking about Ark, Survival Ascended, and at the same time talking about our favorite pirate survival game, Atlas. So apparently Ark is going to be adding in a pirate-themed DLC in June, potentially releasing around June 25th, pending any delays, of course, things like that. So Genesis Ascended is going to be releasing right around that June 25th date, apparently, according to recent posts. And that will be followed up with a paid DLC, Ark Tides of Fortune. And this, of course, has many of the Atlas players excited, as this potentially could be the merger, finally, of Ark and Atlas. You know, Atlas, of course, when it was released, was sort of a spin-off game of Ark. You know, it very well probably was supposed to be a DLC of Ark to begin with, but they decided to make it its own game. And now, years later, we seem to be going full circle and finally coming together with Ark and Atlas assets finally looking like they're going to be in the same game together. We don't know for sure what's exactly going to be there. We've just been getting little tidbits of information so far, but the latest community crunch that was just released has some new artwork at least, and as you can see here, we've got a new Kraken tame. It's not exactly a boss-sized Kraken like in Atlas, because as you can see up here, the guy is actually riding the Kraken on a saddle. But, you know, they are adding a Kraken, and then, of course, we've got the pirate ship with all the pirate characters. We've got the parrot from Atlas. You know, some of the weapons that we see in Atlas, like the cutlass and the flintlock pistol. Looks like maybe even some plate armor back here. Might just be flak armor, but looking at it closer, I think it may be a representation of the plate armor from Atlas. I'm not sure, though. So this is basically saying that June 25th, Genesis Ascended Part 1 will launch alongside Bob's True Tales' Tides of Fortune, ushering in a new age of seafaring adventure. You can command your own sailing ship, engage in naval warfare, hunt for treasure, and carve out your own legend across the Ark's open waters. So, of course, they are adding in new water physics to Ark. So they're going to have, like, the waves and the buoyancy and all of that from Atlas now being brought into Ark. Says, of course, every good pirate tale needs a monster from the deep, and that's when they're introducing this Paleo Octopus, which is, I guess, the Kraken. So I'm really curious to see what the Atlas community thinks about this. Do you think this is potentially, like, an Ark, or excuse me, an Atlas 2.0? I mean, of course, we're not getting a full remaster of Atlas, at least not yet. It's still in my hopes and dreams that we'll get a full remaster of Atlas at some point, or an Atlas 2. But this is pretty close, it looks like. You know, they're at least bringing the Atlas assets, or at least some of them, potentially into Ark, Survival Ascended, with, of course, the upgraded graphics and all of that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And, you know, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about this. Thanks for watching.